Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for today's episode of Batman 1966. Episodes 3 and 4, Fine Feathered Finks and Penguins a Jinx. That is really hard to say.
Yes.
That's like I have to focus every syllable.
Yeah, drink a little more.
Yeah. Oh no. Which, did you ever watch like the 1992 cartoon? Like the animated series?
I don't think so. Unless my son did.
We might have to watch that. It's usually considered the best Batman ever. But in that one, the Penguin is very, like, he uses a lot of tongue twisters. Mm-hmm. So this kind of reminds me of that. So if you can't tell by the title, this is the second story for Batman, which I feel like we're almost doing Doctor Who. Like, if you go back to the original, like, Doctor Who serial or classic, like, TV show, like, they're done in episodes, but, like, they're also done in stories. So, like, some stories are, like, literally there's a story that's one episode, mm-hmm. but there's also one story that's 12 episodes. Okay. So every story is different. It might be 3, it might be 4, it might be 6. Whereas these are all just two-parters. So if you can't tell by the title, this story is the Penguin. Yay. Played by guest star Burgess Meredith? Burgess Meredith, who I only know him from Rocky. Is he famous? Yeah. Is he famous for anything other than Rocky?
Not
off the top of my head.
Batman
and Rocky? Because he plays Mickey. Like, yeah. Cut me, Mickey, cut me! Which Rocky came out like 10 years after Batman. Mm-hmm. So this is one of those moments where, like, I know I saw Batman, but I probably saw Rocky before I saw Batman, just because of the way I was raised. So I actually, like, watching this, I can't see Mickey, like, at all. Like, I can't, like, the prosthetic nose, like, I can't get over how different Mickey is compared to the Penguin. Like, right. They're just so different. Yeah. And I mean, that's a good thing. Like, that's good acting. That's what that is. Yeah. So, I mean, that's not a complaint, but I can't, every time, like, I would see the Penguin, I'm like, is that Mickey? But I couldn't see him, so I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. So right off the top, as usual, so what'd you think? What jumped out at you? What'd you like? What you didn't like? That's not proper.
I just liked the Penguin growing up. He wasn't scary, but I don't remember him wearing pink.
Did he wear pink?
At the beginning of the show.
I didn't even catch it. Nope.
He was wearing pink.
Okay.
The pink.
So I'm gonna pause for just a quick moment and give a special shout out to my friend Andrew, who is the Penguin. Like, he has modeled his entire life over the Penguin. He owns like 600 umbrellas. He, like, wears the monocle. He wears the top hat. He wears the suit. He looks like a penguin. And he's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for like 10 years now. So special shout out to Andrew, who originally was going to do these reviews with me, but he lives closer to Seattle. Okay. And with the pandemic, with stuff like that going on, it's infeasible, especially for like him to come down to watch like one episode or 2 episodes and do a review. So I am sad that he didn't get to do those reviews. So I am hoping that he like leaves some comments, leaves some shout outs or something. But every time Meredith came on the screen, like, he has autographs of Meredith. Obviously he's passed away. Yes. But he has like from autographs from before he passed away, obviously, and stuff like that. And so special shout out to Andrew. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. This is a very different Penguin than I'm used to. Because again, like, as somebody who was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, I'm more used to like the Tim Burton Penguin, or like the more of like, mutant isn't a right word, but somebody who actually looks like a penguin. Because especially in the comics and stuff, like, he has webbed fingers and he actually has like a bill almost. And I mean, that's the thing about the comics, is they go back and forth. Like, you see penguins, the character of the Penguin, who looks like a penguin, who, like I said, has webbed fingers and bills and stuff like that. And you also see just like short, fat guys in tuxedos. Right. And so they kind of go back and forth. This is obviously, it's the 60s, so it's more modeled after like the, hey, I'm just wearing a tuxedo and I love the umbrella. Right. So we got that. I did look it up. So, like I said in the first review we did for this series, I had no idea who Aunt Margaret was. And evidently I had...
Aunt Harriet?
Yeah, Aunt Harriet. See, already forgot. Like, that's how fast, like, I just forget her character. Like, blocked out. So I looked it up, and evidently in the comics... So, in the comic books, you cannot die. If you die, give it a couple years, you will come back. So in the comics, evidently, Alfred had passed away at some point, and they had brought in Aunt Harriet, who is Dick Grayson's maternal aunt. So it's his mom's sister. And then Alfred ends up coming back, but Alfred insists that she stay. And in the comics, it brings up all sorts of hijinks because she never knows who Batman and Robin are. Yeah. So that's who Aunt Harriet is, because it was bugging the shit out of me, because I was like, who is this woman? So there you go. There's Aunt Harriet is Dick Grayson's maternal aunt. Whatever. So I read a lot of comics. Evidently, somewhere between the 60s and the present, she fades out of the comics. So, because I don't know who she is. So we see the Penguin in jail. We see the Umbrella Factory, the KG Bird. Which is great. Again, like, as somebody who grew up more in the 90s, like, that's a classic Penguin. As soon as they were like, KG Bird, I was like, there you go. There it is. So I'm happy. It actually legitimately makes me happy to know that the Penguin has not changed that much.
No.
Like, he's pretty much stayed the same. He's, like I said, his appearance has changed, but the whole, like, KG Bird, nope, that's the Penguin. We got it. The Penguin frequently in this story says, "My feathered finks." He says the title several times. Which I don't think they said the title in the first story. Well, there's two titles, but I don't think they ever said it.
I don't think.
This is the first story. So in the first story, my back hurts. In the first story, we saw Batman and Robin walking up the building, but if you notice, their cape was draping. It was going the right direction.
Yeah.
This is the story where they're walking up the building, but their cape is just straight down. So you can tell that the camera just tilted. Mm-hmm. So it's a cliche for Batman, but I loved it. So it's those little things. Like, I'm still waiting for them to say Bat Time, Bat Channel. They still didn't say it. But they did say, keep your bat fingers crossed.
Yes.
I noticed that. That made me laugh. The whole, like, electronical bugging devices... I noticed you laughed. I rolled my eyes. I couldn't even handle it. Where he literally opens the case of bugs. It's our bugging devices.
Yes.
Fuck you. That's all I could... Like, no. Nope. Couldn't even... No, I need a drink for that. Couldn't even do it. I really liked the cliffhanger. Where, like, Bruce is going towards the furnace.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, because there was nobody there to save him.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even get it. Like, he threw a lighter and made it explode or something?
Yeah, they said, don't throw the lighter. He's going to... Well, Penguin told him, don't throw the lighter. If he throws a lighter in there, it's going to...
Like, short circuit. Like, it's going to overly explode or something. Yeah. But still, like, I was like, that's not... It's better than the 40s where, like, every cliffhanger was him falling off something.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm down for that. Mm-hmm. I didn't like, or again, maybe as somebody who's grown up with so much Batman, like, literally, like, I'm a Batman fan. Like, I can't get over how much I love the Batman. Lost my train. Where does it go? Oh, the Penguin, like, Bruce Wayne walks into the Penguin's shop, and the Penguin doesn't know who he is.
No.
Like, if this was made today, again, this is the 60s, it's a different time, I wasn't around, I wasn't even a thought, actually, this was 66? So I think my father, I think was 2 when this came out. Which shows how far apart my parents were, because my mom's born in the 50s. Anyway, like, that's a current storyline. Like, they do storylines all the time. In the animated series, in the live action movies, in the TV shows, anything current. Like, they frequently show villains trying to kidnap Bruce Wayne. because Bruce Wayne is very rich.
Right.
And for this one, where Bruce Wayne walks into the Penguin's parlor and the Penguin does not know who he was,
that was odd.
It took me out a little bit. Like,
Yes.
it pulled me out of the story. Like, wait a minute, why don't you know who he is? So that was weird to me. I didn't like that. That's it. Like, that's all I got. Like, we get the Penguin magnet where like Bruce and like, or Batman and Robin are like drawn to the magnet. I was like, oh, what is happening?
But when Bruce Wayne put the bugging device in the
on the lamp,
and all hell broke loose, basically.
Yeah, and like the what is it, like what dropped on him? Like, just the rope.
It's something, yeah.
I was like, wow, like, it's my anti-bugging device. What? So the whole thing, and then by the time we got to the end, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't as wrapped up as neatly as the first story.
Right.
Like, it just kind of ended. But it was a good story. I was happy to see the Penguin. I thought they did him justice. We had the Riddler, now we got the Penguin, and I'm content. Like, I realize this story, this TV show went on for 3 seasons. At some point, we're going to get to a story that's not a big villain. It's just going to be like something stupid, some like just random criminal. It's going to happen. But so far, we've got 2 big villains, and I'm pretty content. I'm pretty happy so far. As somebody, like I said, I've said it before. I said it in the first review. I've said it in this review. I've seen Batman, but I've never watched it beginning to end every single episode. I've never done that. So to be 4 episodes in, I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying myself.
Yes.
So. As I was talking to Jordan the other day, like, did you ever watch the Jerry Springer show?
Yes, sometimes.
Where, like, at the end, where he's like, it's Jerry's final thoughts.
Yes.
So, like, do you have, it's Tim's final thoughts for Batman. Do you have any final thoughts? Something you liked about it? Something that you wish they would have done different?
Well, Penguin wearing pink. That was...
Like I said, I don't know. We literally might have to rewatch this one right now.
You can see his pink bow tie.
Because I know he wears purple. He wears purple a lot.
But I've always remembered seeing him in black.
Just like black and white?
Black, yeah.
So when I think of the Penguin, I usually think of the black and white tuxedo, but I think of purple accents. Like, so he wears like the black like top hat, but with like a purple band. Yeah. That's what I think of. Like, not a lot, just like a splash of color. Yeah. I didn't pick up on the pink. Yeah. It could have been, I don't know. Like I said, we literally we're going to go back inside and we're going to rewatch like 5 minutes of it, and then we'll bring it up in the next video. Okay. But, okay, any other closing thoughts?
No, just waiting for the next ones.
No, I know. I'm super excited. Yeah. We are blazing through it. So, for those who have seen it, if you guys like the Penguin, like I said, special shout out again to Andrew, good friend. I'm sure I'm scared to see how many, this is what you missed about the Penguin. What do you guys think about the Penguin? Who is your favorite Penguin? I should have brought that up with the Riddler. Like, who's your favorite Riddler? Who's your favorite Penguin? What do you like about the Penguin? Let me know. Again, especially for me, who saw Meredith in the Rocky series, because he's in at least 1, 2, and 3. I think he died in the 4th one. Because that's the 4th one's when he fights with Apollo's the trainer, because he fights the Russian. Yes. So we're not reviewing that series right now. Stay tuned. So for those who have knew Meredith even before this, I should have brought that up. If you knew Frank Gorsner before Batman, but let us know. Let us know anything, whatever you're thinking about. Let us know. Otherwise, we will see you guys next time for the next 2 episodes, episodes 5 and 6. Joker is wild. Yay. Batman is riled. I know, we're excited now. So see you guys next time.